so then he got us this box of shoes. But in fact, it's a box of CDs, which again, CDs don't have a lot of value unless they're rare or special or unless you lot them up. But then I peeked in here, 3 iPod Nanos in the original cases.
I forgot to tell them who we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's important.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Melinda, and together with my big cereal eating bowl husband, Dean, we sell on eBay and Poshmark about 10 grand a month, and today is a smorgasbord of what our life looks like.
We're part-time, so we're like part-time, right? Because this isn't our main source of income, but we're working on building a company. And so we dedicate a lot of time to this because we're building something for the future. And we've received that question often where people are like, well, isn't part-time only this many hours a week? Well, it's like, yeah, you can also call us semi-professional, which if you were to call somebody a professional flipper, they're doing that primarily for their income. So we're semi-pro, part-times, whatever you want to call us, Melinda and Nadine. Yeah, let's get right into it. The first thing we wanted to do is actually open up a couple of packages. We'll do the bad one first. This is a return. We just wanted to kind of show you how we handle returns. And then the other one is actually our first ever fan mail, which is unbelievable that somebody would actually send us something. But that's pretty cool. So let's open this one up first. I know what this is. It's that that jacket we picked up for 25 cents that we sold for 65 or 70. That long coat, it was too small.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, it had like so many watchers. Yeah, so this is a return.
Didn't quite fit them.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a Harris tweed, pure Scottish wool overcoat. We're just gonna relist it, check it over just to make sure, but
Yeah, and hopefully one of the tens of watchers.
yeah.
Like 13, 19, 34. There's a lot of watchers on that coat.
So with offering free shipping, of course, we're gonna have to eat the cost of shipping that we sent to them, which was like $9, but it didn't fit, so they paid for the return shipping. So we have a quarter into it, and now we have $9.25 into it, which is still perfectly fine. Plenty of money to be made. So I'm gonna grab the camera and I'll let you open this one up, and we'll go from there.
I believe this is a printer. Someone on Instagram messaged us and asked what kind of printer we were using, and I explained right now we use the Dymo, and it prints great on 2x7s, but we were going to be upgrading. And his name is Jonathan, and he said he was going to send us a printer, which is just, I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, look at that. It's a printer box. Jonathan, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
I know you didn't do this for any sort of like popularity or anything like that, but you know.
This is so humbling. This is insane. Just super kind, unexpected. We never asked for anything, obviously.
How crazy.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's kind of,
So it looks like it's brand new in the original box. It just says barcode printer on top.
it's a thermal printer.
So how crazy are you guys? So Jonathan, you just sent us a thermal printer just out of the kindness of your heart.
Oh my gosh.
It's brand new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the words to say how nice that is.
Thank you so much.
So his Instagram handle is JJMorgan90. So Jonathan, thank you so much. There's add a million so's in front of that. Just so grateful for that. This is actually going to drastically make our business more efficient. So single-handedly, you have just made our business better.
Yeah, add another couple million thanks on my behalf. Really, we do appreciate it. Thank you. Like Melinda said, like we don't ask for anything. Don't send us anything. This is just, you messaged us, and yeah, I can't believe you. And it's just awesome. Thank you.
So the next thing we're going to be doing is processing. We have both scored quite a ton of stuff in the last couple days, but we're also a couple days behind on having one of these really big processing nights. What normally happens is when Jess goes down, we get to work. We've had a couple other house things taking priority, so we have all of this glorious inventory. Adine picked up just tons, $200 worth of Department 56 to sell. This whole box of shoes was from a thrifting trip I took at lunch. These jeans and one pair of those shoes is from a thrifting trip Adine took. Pots and pans, jeans. I mean, obviously, this is a sea of things.
It's a sea of money, and
Yes.
the one thing too, like right now, we need to prioritize what to list because of the fact that it's Christmas time. So we will be focusing on things like over here, Department 56 Christmas stuff, of course, that's getting listed tonight. And then we have blow molds in the basement, and then we have this Christmas stuff here. Like anything that can be giftable or is Christmas related, that's gonna go first, and then pots and pans, and then shoes.
Right. And actually, with shoes, we're going to separate out the boots and prioritize them and get those up as quick as possible because it's still boot season. And then the rest of them will be processed probably maybe tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, and what we love to do is we love to batch. So all these jeans, we're gonna just knock out in one day, one session, so it's the same motion over and over again. Same with electronics.
Pots and pans, we
pots and
clean all
pans.
together.
Yeah, exactly. We think that one way to successfully source items to resell is by just being honest and transparent with people around you, people you work with, whatever, your family. And this is one way we just get dibs on items before anyone else does. So that Department 56 lot that I picked up, I actually posted a ad in the application or app called Nextdoor app. And I just simply wrote, looking to buy Department 56. And then it took about 3 weeks. Someone contacted me, we made a deal, and we scored about $550 to $750 worth for $200. So definitely meets our margins. And this stuff is fast selling, especially in this season. Now this stuff below, if you wanna pan down, all of this stuff I got from a coworker. There's some electronics, some vintage stuff, some vintage tools, all sorts of stuff, some speakers. And this giant box, and John, Cincinnati Picker, if you're watching this, you're gonna like it. This entire vinyl collection. So I got first dibs on this only because we told him, or I told him what I do, or what we do, and I asked him what's in there, and he said there's just a bunch of different stuff. So right off the bat, and this is my first time looking through here, we got Prince, we got Pink Floyd, we got whatever that is. That Prince again?
That's Prince.
So these are going to be some really good records, and there's some stuff in here that we might just keep because we like music. There's some stuff that might be really high value, and there's some stuff that might be duds. But I told him, hey, it's your guy.
Hey Rod. What's up?
I told him that we're gonna look through it and we're gonna make him an offer, and he's getting rid of this stuff anyway. So I'm really excited. Look at that, a Dead Kennedys album. We've sold this exact one for I think 25 or 30 shipped before. So really happy just pulling this much out, already seeing a bunch of value. And then check this out. So then he got us this box of shoes. But in fact, it's a box of CDs, which again, CDs don't have a lot of value unless they're rare or special or unless you lot them up. But then I peeked in here, 3 iPod Nanos in the original cases, 3 of them in the original box. Again, you never know where you're gonna get. Some of this stuff doesn't have a lot of value, so we're just gonna donate it like we said we would. And the other stuff we're gonna resell and give them a percentage. So tell people what you do. Yeah, so division of labor. I'm gonna work on Department 56 Christmas stuff. Mona's gonna work on some pots and pans and Monster High, and we're gonna just start knocking stuff off. Okay, so here is our super simple, super cheap setup for taking photos. It's not good. We don't think it's good. We've shown it before. Free lamp, ultra white light bulbs on top, and these lamps. I just want to show you how we take pictures. So this is just a Homer Simpson dancing Christmas thing, doll. Goodwill for $3. It works, it's been tested, and it's worth between like 30 and 40 plus shipping. So all I'm going to do is clean them up a little bit using baby wipes, get some of the dust off, and I'm going to take a main picture just like this, a couple of side photos, a back photo, maybe a top photo, bottom photo showing the branding, and that's pretty much it. The only other thing I'm going to do is include a photo with a ruler or a measuring tape next to them just so that people know exactly how big it is. And that's it. It's super easy to research. You just type in Homer Simpson Christmas dancing and you'll find this thing. So pretty nice score. It should sell really fast, especially now. Let's go see what Mondo's up to.
Hello.
Welcome to Pots and Pans Heaven.
Yeah, it's like a throwback. So I'm processing the pots and pans. I'm just gougoning the tags off before I get into it with my steel wool and my barkeeper's friend.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
We work for cheap. Do you want to show some of the brands or what you're working with?
Yeah, so I got lucky on lunch the other day and found this 4.5 quart Revere pot. It didn't have the lid, but we always pick up spare lids when we see them. So we have the lid here.
What's the value of that thing roughly?
That's gonna be about a $45 pot.
Fantastic.
And Emerald always sells very quick for us. Adine picked these up off Facebook Marketplace. And I mean the values,
they're pretty good.
We end up lotting them out.
Yeah,
we're gonna come out very much ahead.
Yeah, paid $75. This is the worst condition ones. It looks like it's just been dinged around a bunch, but there's like 2 or 3 that are brand new that still had the price tags on them. These sell from like 60, 70 bucks free ship. Some of these smaller ones sell for like 30 bucks. So like this one is brand new, but we're still going to mark it as pre-owned because it doesn't have the sticker on it and it might have slight blemishing. So Mona's gonna scrub those up and we'll check in with her a bit later and hopefully we'll get all these photographed tonight. And then these ones are Calphalon, another really good brand that we deal with and sell often.
Yes, and in regards to Calphalon, not all Calphalon are created equal. So when you're picking them up, make sure they're the stainless steel ones. The same for like brands like Wolfgang Puck and things like that. The stainless will always be better than anything with the Teflon.
Yeah, the Teflon coating is tough. Oh, they just made a sale. 31 bucks for a pair of Duluth pants. Fantastic. Yeah, Teflon is tough. Like, unless it's mint condition, we don't really mess with it because any sort of scratching or blemishing, no one really wants it. So, anyways, this is what Mona's up to. I'm gonna go start doing Department 56 stuff, and we'll catch you in a bit. I wanted to share a couple of tips. One tip is that anytime you have something that illuminates, that lights up, you want to turn off all the lights and show that in your listing somehow. So I'm going to take a picture of this Christmas tree just like this because it's one of the main features. So I've done this several times now with this Department 56 stuff. The other tip I wanted to give is that this is a camera that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a Sony Handycam. I paid $10 for it. I'm showing it to you for a couple things. One, it's a great bolo, so be on the lookout for these old Sony Handycams. But one of the common problems with them is that the battery doesn't hold because they're just so old. So what I do is I charge the battery for about 12 hours to make sure that it's nice and full. And then I just test all the functions. I do all the zooming, the on and off, all that good stuff. And I just make sure that the battery is actually going to hold. So I'm going to do this for the next 15-20 minutes. That way I can say, hey, look, I fully tested this thing and it actually does hold battery. Now it's ready to be sold. So really excited about this one. Looks like everything works so far and it's worth about $150 up to $170 with a couple of accessories. So stoked for that $10 find. And back in the scrubbing department, how's it going?
Scrubbing.
Just scrubbing.
This one's soaking. You can see the barkeeper's friend.
Sponsor us. We work for cheap. Hashtag
It's
barkeepers.
doing its work. It's eating away at a lot of that grime, so that should be pretty easy when I get to
It
it.
looks like these are done over here.
Perfectly clean.
Look at that. Like new. Emerald, just a fantastic brand. We talk about it in our pots and pans video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll link it in the description below. We talk about a bunch of these brands and what to look out for and some crazy money you can find by selling the simplest thing, right? Pots and pans. Hashtag pots and pans forever. Someone is just brightening up, getting all that gunk out of there. Yeah. Back to processing. It's about an hour 15 since the last clip. This is now all done, so you can see this tub is pretty big. I specifically wanted to get all the Christmas versions done. I bundled all the small stuff and all these bigger pieces we're gonna sell individually. So that's all been photographed, yet to be listed. The other tubs, so this one is empty. I threw some of the small stuff out. This is all like, this is the expensive one. This is worth about 160 bucks or so. There's a lot of decent stuff, good stuff in here that's all Halloween. And then this bottom one is full of like automobile, not Christmas stuff. So even though we're gonna get this listed, it's not urgent right now. Let's go check in and see where Mel's at.
Before I give you an update on my pots and pans, I thought I'd give you an update on our holiday fundraiser YouTube thing that we're doing. If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll link the video below. We are giving away all of the funds that we earn on YouTube up until December 31st to a family in need. So far, we've raised $515 towards that goal. And if this is your first video, you can help just by watching our videos. Now, pots and pans. So everything has a nice shine to it now. Nothing too crazy. Got that all cleaned up. That was all brown on the bottom. So they clean up nice and shiny. Probably bust them out tonight, and I have other things I want to get to tomorrow night. So yeah. So we'll figure out how to lot these up or what we're selling separate. For now, we are going to go ahead and pull everything that sold today.
All right, it's nearing that time of the night where it's our energy is starting to dip. We feel like we've gotten a decent amount of stuff done. Let me just show you what sold pretty quickly. We only sold 265 gross today, which is pretty slow for us. Typically, we're about 350 a day, especially the last few days, but that's okay. So let's go through it real quick. First thing that sold was this Memorex CD player with the charger and the car charger. Pretty beat up condition. It even has a little defect on the screen on here in the bottom. I listed it pretty low. I got 3 CD players for $5. So I have about $1.25, $1.50 into this. It sold for 18 shipped. It might go first class, I'm not sure. The next one is Holy Bible. This is just like a vintage Bible. Nothing special, nothing really special about it. It does have some pretty sweet graphics in here. So I definitely took pictures of some of the nicer graphics in here. Sold for 18 bucks free ship. It'll ship for about $4 media mail. Got this for $1 in a big book lot at an estate sale. As far as Monster High, we had 2 sets of 2 dolls sell. It was these 4 back here. Altogether, they sold for $78 with free shipping. And because it's 4 of them, it's actually going to go priority mail because it's going to be over a pound now. Of course, we're still happy with, getting 1 sale, 4 dolls to 1 customer. We did sell the small 1 quart rearwear. It's the vintage one. We identified this as the pre-1968 or 1963. A couple of things we look for to identify in that age. The handlebar, these pins are different. The handlebar texture is different. And the amount of copper, back in the day, they used a lot more copper than they do now. If you buy the modern ones, the copper is just relatively thin. It's just a 1 quart. We have $3 into it. It's sold for 28 bucks free shipping. And it'll cost about $8 to ship it. As far as clothing, this is a Day Trip by Buckle. This is just a pair of men's jeans. It sold for $43 shipped. It'll ship for $7.91 in a padded envelope. A pair of women's Duluth pants. Duluth is a great brand to look for sure. We've sold a lot of Duluth jeans. These sold for $31.50. We had them listed for $35, sent out an offer, and someone accepted and paid right away. Again, $7.91 in a padded flat rate. This Nike Dry Fit also sold today for $31.50. Listed just a couple of days ago. It's a 1/4 zip, pretty straightforward Nike piece. Again, unless it goes first class, if it's under a pound, it'll ship in a padded flat rate. The last sale for 18 bucks is just this sawbuck brackets from Stanley. It's an older set. Our new friend Thomas bought it. He's actually bought from us before, and he lives down the street. So what we'll do is we'll deliver it to him, knock off the $7 it would cost us to ship it. He gets a great deal, and he's a nice guy. So this is his second time buying something from us, and we truly appreciate his support. So we're gonna wrap this up, get this stuff packaged, and I think we're gonna call it for the night.
So that's our night.
Many of our nights are like this.
Yeah, we had a question before on a video that got taken down and re-uploaded, sort of asking how we structure our day, and not very structured at all. So today we both worked our jobs, which means we come home at a little after 5, both of us. We take our kid for a walk. We go for a family walk, have some family time. Then we have dinner. Then Jess goes to bed. And that's when we have time to do resale stuff. So that's usually when our night starts, is between 7:30 and 8:30, just depending on how putting her to bed goes.
Right.
And yeah, as you saw by our piles of stuff, it's not ideal at the moment. It's why we're renovating our garage to make
Yeah.
that more feasible. And it's clearly not sustainable to live like this long term. That's why we're really pushing to get that done. So if you're currently working and you're just doing this part-time, just be realistic with yourself on what you can live with.
Right.
So that's very important. And
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, right? It's also quarter 4. This is like where we really want to push and just get stuff out the door, as fast as possible, get listings up as fast as possible. So it's just part of the sacrifice that we chose to take on or to accept. So yeah, it's not fun, but it kind of is what it is. Once that garage loft is built, then we'll be able to start maneuvering a bit better. We're going to have a nice dedicated workspace. The space we're in right now is super crowded. It was never meant to be this. And of course, our living room, dining room areas, they were never meant to kind of be the processing area.
no.
So once that garage is done, then all that stuff goes there, and then we separate it, because right now we're kind of just living in it. And look, we're real people. We want to show you the reality of this. But look, at the same time, like, we're not negative. Like, this is okay for us, and quite frankly, we're doing quite well. As in the real resale game, we average $10,000 in sales. We average about 6,000 net every single month for the last like 5 months. So it's worth the sacrifice for us.
For now.
For now, that's right. Until we go insane. Anyways, Mona talked a little bit about the fundraiser. Again, 515 raised. Thanks to you guys. So if you want to continue to support that, you don't have to subscribe to the channel. We really don't care. But you can subscribe. You can watch. If you don't want to watch or listen to us, you can put us on mute in the background just to generate that money, and then we're gonna give all of it away to either a single local family or to a couple of different families. And we'll figure that out and definitely keep you guys posted. So thank you for your support as always. And next up is a 20-second clip of our dog snoring. I hope you enjoy it. Take care.
Have a
Bye.
good night.